Hello, I'm Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, and we're going to do the reading for the month of July for the sign of Aquarius. As you can see here, the first card here, it's the house. That's the starting card, and this is the last card. So those two cards are important, including the central card. So I think this month will be an important month regarding things to the house. It can also relate to your body or to your work situation. If we see the last card here, you see the rider. So also a lot of communication this month. This will be the end by the end of the month. So we're gonna do the first line now. We will start with the middle line. As you can see here, the start of the middle line, it starts with the coffin. The coffin is a very psychological card. It represents death, but not necessarily the physical death. It's more like psychological suffering. And then you see next to it, you have the whip. So these two cards are actually two heavy cards. So it means maybe for the moment there is quite a heavy period going on for a kind of transformation. Maybe to this transformation at the end of the month, it will end up, the suffering will end up in, I would say, almost like it would end up in a good situation, because the flowers is actually a very good card. But next to the whip, it loses a little bit of its strength. But I think after the situation is past, there's a nice period coming on. Maybe for now, the situation for several reasons is a little bit heavy for you, Aquarius. Maybe there's a lot of thinking going on for this month. So that could be the issue. Then we see the upper line here. We have the house, the dog, and the sit. So this means maybe there's a lot of communication. The dog represents your colleagues, or maybe there's a lot of communication with brothers or sisters. Or it can also be that there's a lot of communication with peers, with certain groups that you are involved in. So there's a lot of communication with those people. But for some reason, this month, maybe the communication would end for some reason. Maybe it's a temporary ending because the sit represents an end. Or maybe there's a situation with a sibling coming up or with a colleague, and the situation will end for now. Then we have the last line. Here you see the fox, you have the clovers and the rider. The clovers is one of the better cards, actually the best card of the deck for protection. So in many cases, the fox represents the job or things related to the job. You need to be careful that everybody in the job where you are involved in is honest to you. But for now, there's a protection on yourself because of the clovers. What I would suggest here, or what you maybe might think about, is that you watch out what you're sharing. Maybe it's best not to share everything that you know, maybe related to the job, or if you're planning some changes related to the job, not to share everything. Because the fox is like from dusk till dawn. He operates like when the day goes in the evening. So we cannot see very clear. But there's a protection, as I said. So maybe it's best to balance your words related to the work, or maybe related to relatives. Then we go from in the vertical way. We go here from the left side to the right side. So here you see the house, the coffin, and the fox. So the same again. We saw this before. There's a transformation going on. Maybe it's in the field of the work, because the fox often represents the work situation. Just be sure that everything in your work environment, everybody is honest to you. Maybe there's a transformation going on with colleagues, with peers. Maybe you're the one who who invokes this situation, or maybe the situation is invoked on you. Maybe because of the situation that you are in now, there is some suffering for you going on. This applies, of course, for ladies also. So if it's related to your job, maybe there's some suffering regarding to colleagues. Maybe they show themselves more prettier than they are, and there's a suffering for you going on. Then we have the middle line here, the dog, the whip, and the clovers. As I said before, it's a little bit the same. These are the colleagues, the peers, brothers, sisters, groups where you are functioning in. And we already saw here the end. So this is the suffering. So this is going on now, actually now, or it will come soon. So there's a kind of suffering with the colleagues, something that annoys you. It's almost like a punishment, but eventually in the end, you will come out good. Because the clovers will protect you. But maybe for now it can be a hustle, but eventually the situation will end up clear for you. And maybe after this whole process is gone, you will feel renewed. You will be happy that this whole situation is past. Maybe you take some decisions that are final for moving on. That's why I told before, just be careful what you share. Then in the last line, we saw here already the sit, then we have the flowers here, and we have here the rider. The rider is quite an assertive card. So it means if something ends here, something new will begin. With this new beginning, with this new start, there will be a lot of communication involved. Maybe the situation where you come after these problems, maybe next month, the situation will be more relaxing. It's like you come in a very nice environment. There's a start for coming into a total different environment. There's a renewal, and this is the start of the communication. I don't know, maybe it's possible you change branch, maybe in your own job, or maybe you totally go out. But there's after the transformation here, it will end up in a total new situation that ends up in more communication. Maybe now in your job you keep quiet, or you say less, or you're planning to say less, or you're choosing to say less. But in the future, when these changes are past, you will communicate more with those people. So that's all for now, Aquarius. Thank you for listening and watching my video. Feel free if you want to subscribe, and thank you, and see you next time.